All right, we're going to start over with your eyes closed. That's all. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them just a little bit. I want to give you a very hopefully brief Dharma talk because I feel like we've all have been through a lot this year and in the past 24 hours. I don't know if you slept last night. I really didn't. Um, and I woke up trying to think about all that we're experiencing from a yogic perspective. So in yoga philosophy, there are two ways of identifying. One is through this body mind concept, like I am the body, I am my mind, I am my thoughts. Um, and then this other way of identifying is through the Atman, the soul, I am soul. So in the first way of identifying, it's with the lowercase ego as self, the egoic self, the temporal, the ephemeral self, the limited self is what they call it. Identifying the other way through Atman or soul, that's the capital L self in yoga philosophy. It's limitless, it is eternal. And the spiritual journey of yoga involves the transformation from the identification of the body mind to the eventual identification of the Atman with soul. So it's a very interesting perspective. According to the yogis, you know, if we practice yoga, eventually we get there. What we do, this asana practice, is one limb of a much larger practice from classical yoga, codified by a sage named Patanjali. And that's not important, but basically he took these practices have been around for thousands of years, and he took the practices and put them into one kind of manual. It's like a yoga manual. And if you keep doing these practices, eventually you get there. But it's hard because we have all these thoughts, right? And and then we have these like afflictions of the minds, and we live in a state called the yogis refer to it as avidya. Avidya is knowing. When you put the a in front of it, that means like a misknowing or a not knowing. So we live in a state of not knowing. Sometimes it's translated to ignorance. And what do we not know? We don't know our true nature. We don't know who we really are because we have all these thoughts. And these thoughts keep us in this state of not knowing. And then because of this, we have desires, we have aversions, we have fears, we have things that we want, we have things that we don't want, we have people we want elected to office, we have people we don't want elected to office. And part of our identity, our happiness, our sadness is then attached to who is doing what to whom on this very body mind level of existence. So, through this practice of yoga, we start to not quite detach, but put some space between who we are and what's happening in the world around us, which is not the same as detachment completely, but it's just like a little space, knowing that we are more than that. So when things happen in the world, as they will always happen, you know, the wind is blowing here, there's a storm coming through Miami. So when the wind blows, whereas normally it would blow us like flat like a palm tree during a hurricane, maybe then through the practice it doesn't blow us as much, and then eventually we find this piece of deep stillness. So while the wind blows all around us, we are still. I just want to pivot for a moment. There's this great story that Mylan actually sent to me the other day. Liz Gilbert, you know, the writer Elizabeth Gilbert, she posted this story on Instagram, a video. You can watch it. I'll post it to the chat later. It's so good. And she said during the 2016 election, and I'm sorry to ramble on, I just want to get this one point out to you. During the 2016 election, she and her partner Rhea were watching, and her partner had terminal cancer. And she had just at that moment decided to, to stop treatment because it wasn't working. It wasn't going to do anything for her. And she was really suffering. And she said, well, at least I'll get to see the first woman elected. Well, that didn't happen. And Liz said at the end of the night, they both pray. Like, I think they prayed to different gods or energies. Who they prayed to, well, that's, that's of no consequence. But at the end of the day, they put their thoughts out into the universe. And so Liz began her thought, and her thought was, may I do whatever I can to help heal those around me, right? And she was like very earnest, let me help heal, let me be a light for others, all of this. And her partner just looked up at the ceiling, like raised her hands and was like, what the fucking fuck? She's like, I have terminal cancer and now this. And she just raged, and she raged at whomever she was praying to. And she said, okay, fine, God. Okay, fine. If that's your plan, she's like, I surrender. She's like, and if you want to dance, she's like, we'll dance. And Liz said at that point, she started dancing, and she became almost beatific in the surrendering and in the dancing. And what the yogis would say is, you are neither the dancer, nor are you the dance. You're so much more than all that's happening to you and around you. So sorry, that was a bit long, but I just wanted to share that with you. I woke up with it in my mind, and I thought I'd put it out there. We don't normally do long Dharma talks, but I felt today I needed a message. The wind is blowing, everything's up in the air. Let's sing to Shiva for just a little, and then we'll drop into the practice and flow. Get our energy moving, still the mind, find the breath, and go. So I sing, you sing, I sing, you sing. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya Namaha. 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 Shiva 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 Shambho. 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 Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Be still for a moment. Then softly open up your eyes. Let's make our way right into tabletop. and start practicing. I don't have a playlist for today, because I really wanted us to drop into our breath. There's so much noise all around us. So let's find your asana here. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. And let's inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back and look up. Exhale, round the spine, bringing the gaze to your navel, just like feeling yourself here. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Take a few more like this, or move your body in any way you need to right now to start to open up. I met one teacher who described asana as the practice of yoga through the body to transcend the body. That was so beautiful, to come to that deeper knowing. Maybe come backward and forward, take some lazy up dogs. Maybe go back to child's pose for as long as you need to. Start tuning into the breath here, tuning into your prana, tuning into your internal music in that deep place of knowing yourself. Let's come back to center, back to tabletop. And then on your inhale, lift the right arm high to the right, opening up the chest. Exhale, thread it underneath your left arm, bringing your right ear to the ground. You can take your left hand and wrap it around your back, maybe grabbing the inside of your right thigh or just letting it drape over. Take some deep breaths here, moving the prana into your shoulders, into your neck. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground. Sweep your right arm back up to the sky, opening up the chest, and then bring it back down to center. And your next inhale, take your left arm all the way up to the left, opening the chest, and then exhale, thread it underneath your right arm. You can leave your right hand on the ground and take your arm up and behind you, maybe reaching for the inside of that left thigh. And breathe, sending prana now deeply into the left shoulder, the right shoulder. Creating some space in the body, creating some quiet. One inhale. And then exhale, bring that right hand down, lift that left arm all the way back up to the sky and bring it back down. Come back to center. Let's do this stretch. Send your left leg back in space. Send your right arm forward in space. So you're in this isometric stretch. That left hand is planted firmly on the ground. Shoulders are rolling back and down. Gaze, your drishti is slightly in front of you. Inhale here. And then exhale. Let's bring knee to meet elbow like you're swimming through water. Yeah. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Bring it in. Inhale, come out. Exhale, come in. One more inhale. Exhale, bring it back. And then inhale, expand your sense of self and expand your literal self and stay here. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand down, bring your left knee down and just switch sides. Bring your right leg back behind you. Bring your left arm out in front. Square your hips. Feel strong here. Just breathe. And then an inhale. And exhale. Bring your elbow to meet your knee. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. One more. Inhale, extend and stay. One more inhale. And then exhale. Bring everything back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under and then slowly make your way back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels when you arrive. Twist out the hips. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Blubber the lips. Your inhale, lift that right leg high up to the sky, opening up the hip. Bend the knee and then start to make circles, either with your ankle or with your hip. It's choose your own yoga today. Do what feels good, extra self-care. No matter how active you've been politically, we've been taking in so much of that energy. Inhale, lift that leg high up to the sky. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose, coming onto your hands. You're in plank with your knee up high. Hold it here. Hollow out the belly, round out the shoulders, and then drop your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into a lizard lunge. Yeah, just feel yourself here. You can sway side to side. You can sway front and back, backwards, forwards, making it a bit of a dance, making it dynamic. Good. And it's early for this, but bring your left knee down to the mat. Circle your right arm back in space. Take the twist here, or if it feels good, go for an early galaxy, like baby galaxy pose. Lifting up that chest, that heart center to the sky. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Bring your hands to either side of your right foot and just move your right foot more into the center, more into the midline of your mat. Inhale here, exhale, kind of get your bearing, and then inhale, lift your chest up. Bring your hands to your hips and pulse a little bit, really feeling it in that left hip flexor. Spiral your inner thighs in toward each other. Tighten the core to provide that stability, like that trunk of the pose. And once that is stable, from there, reach your arms forward and up, coming to Anjane Asana, the pose of the mother. Lift your chest up to the sky, maybe take a little back bend. Inhale, and then exhale. Bring your hands down to either side of your front foot, straighten your knee, your right knee, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half Hanuman. Inhale here, and then exhale, fold. I love doing those poses in sequence. Anjane in the mythology is Hanuman's mom. So we do a pose for the mother and then the pose for the son. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, step your right foot into the ground, palms come to either side of your right foot, tuck your back toes under, straighten both legs, walk your back foot in, about a foot, square your hips coming into pyramid. Inhale, look forward here, and exhale, surrender, release over your front leg. Take a few breaths. You can ripple the chest forward on the inhale and then exhale it down. If you want to keep it moving, inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale, bend the right knee, plant the palms, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal at the heels, twist out the hips, shake the head yes, shake the head no, blubber the lips. And your next inhale, lift that left leg high up in the sky, opening up the hip. Beautiful yogis, bend your knee, start to make circles with either your ankle or your hip. Whatever feels good, just do it. Go for that opening. Move in one direction, then the other direction. And then good, lift that left leg high up behind you. Feel that deep stretch, inhale. And then on your exhale, come forward onto your hands, bringing your knee to your nose. And then drop your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Yes, good. Start to move in this lizard lunge. Tuck in your core a little bit, sway from side to side or front to back. And then drop the back knee down. Lift the left arm forward and back, taking the twist. Stay here or lift up that back foot and go for that early lizard. Good. Opening up the chest to the sky. One more inhale. And then exhale. Your left hand comes back down to the mat. Bring it to either side. Your hands are on either side of your left foot. Walk your left foot in closer to the midline of the mat. Get situated here. Release the back toes. Then inhale, lift the chest, coming to this like pre-Anjaneyasana pose. I don't even know if this one has a name. But bring your hands to your hips and just feel your strength building here. Feel your inner thighs rotating in toward each other. Your hips are squaring, your core is strengthening, and then inhale, bring your arms up overhead, coming into Anjaneyasana, like the moon rising here, lifting your chest up to the sky. Maybe taking that back bend. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down to either side of your front foot. Extend your left leg, coming back for Ardha Hanumanasana. Half split. Inhale, look forward, half Hanuman. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step that left foot forward, plant the palms. Tuck the back toes under. Come to straighten both legs. Walk that back foot in. About a foot, coming into pyramid. Bring the right hip forward, the left hip back in space. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold it down. Again, inhale, you can ripple forward if that feels good for you. And exhale, fold or stay folded. By tuning into, these beautiful bodies that we have, we come to know our deepest selves, say some of the wise people. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, and then just start to walk the hands back to meet the feet. Do things a little bit differently today, because why not? Hold opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. Why not do things differently? Every once in a while, the yogis say, like, this world that we live in, this is like a play. You know how Shakespeare said all the world's a stage? The yogis kind of said the same thing. We're acting these parts. Allow your hands to drop down to the mat. Bring your right hand to the middle of your feet and just above, so it's like the top of a triangle. Bend your right knee, send your left arm up in space, taking a twist here. Yeah, let's get some detoxing in, all of it, right? And then on your exhale, switch, bring the left hand down so it's at the top of the triangle. Bend your left knee, bring your right arm up in space. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the mat. Take a bend in your knees and then slowly lifting up as if you're pulling up energy from the center of the earth. Feel it coming in through your soles, and with that energy, slowly start to roll up, stacking one vertebra on top of the next. It's like we're recharging, right? When we practice recharging these bodies. Bring your arms up overhead, palms come to press. And then exhale, bring them down to heart center. Gently close your eyes, and I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Whatever that is that you need to bring peace and stability, to that sense of wholeness into your life. Whatever message it is you want to send out to the world, go ahead and do that now. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down by your side. Please walk to the top of your mat. And let's start with Surya Namaskar A. Bring toes and heels to touch. Then on your inhale, raise arms, press palms, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Feel your sit bones moving up to the sky. Bring your gaze to your navel by tucking in your chin a little bit more. One more deep inhale. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, step, jump, float the body forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the feet into the ground as you rise all the way up toward the sun. Palms come to press overhead. Exhale, bring your palms down by your sides for Tadasana. On your next inhale, raise arms, press palms, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump, float back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Really get into that deep ujjayi breathing at the base of the throat. Start to let your breath become louder than your thoughts. It's almost like we're cleaning out the inside of the body through this practice, through this movement, this deep breathing, smoothing the prana. One more inhale. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, step, jump, float forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms come to press overhead, look up. Exhale, hands come down by your sides, Tadasana. Moving on, hook thumbs. Inhale, raise arms, arch up. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold. Inhale, hands come down to the ground. Send your right foot back, lunge and look forward. Good. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Good. Gaze is forward. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, rise up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold. Inhale, hands come down to the ground, send the left foot back, lunge and look forward. Exhale, right foot comes back, down dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, come forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, rise up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, hold. Inhale, bring the hands down, send the right foot back, lunge. Leave the right hand down, bring the left arm up to the sky, taking a twist, opening up as far as you want to open here. Just a few breaths, inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, left foot comes back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, lunge. Release the back foot down, and then rise all the way up for warrior one. Take a moment to settle. I know we've been going fast. Take a moment to settle into your warrior. Your palms can be pressed overhead or open if you have some tension in your neck and your shoulders. Hips are squaring to the front of the room. Inhale. And then exhale, open up your arms, your hips wide to the side. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Roll the shoulders back and down. Try bringing your palms up. I think this is something I got from Rachel years ago. Our palms are normally down. Reverse your palms so that they're up and feel your shoulders tracing down your spine. Good. And on your next inhale, come forward and back, reversing the warrior. Your left hand rides down your left leg. Your right arm reaches back. Your right knee is bent. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, rise up, arch back. One last time. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold. Inhale, hands come down to the ground. Send your left leg back, lunge. Leave your left hand down. Lift your right arm to the sky, taking that delicious twist. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward, lunge. And now send the right foot down and rise up, warrior one. Lifting the arms overhead, hips are squaring to the top of the mat. Chest is shining forward. Gaze is up at your fingertips. One more inhale here. And then exhale, open up your arms, your hips wide to the side, warrior two. Keeping that bend in the front knee. And then lift your palms up to the sky so that your shoulders, you'll feel them roll back and down. Then inhale, come forward and back, reversing the warrior. Right hand rides down your right leg. Left arm comes overhead. Bend that left knee a little bit further. One more inhale. Exhale, come down to the ground. Inhale, catch your breath. Exhale, right foot comes forward, fold. Let's seal it up. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, rise up, arch back. Exhale, hands come down by your side, Tadasana. Let's just feel ourselves here for a moment in Tadasana. Close your eyes. Stand tall, feel the four corners of your feet rooted into the earth. Bring your attention to your third eye and find that stillness. I always think of it as like the eye in the hurricane of life, right? Find that place of stillness within. And then through the course of your practice, that eye will start to open further and further, like an aperture of a camera, bringing in more light, more peace, more stillness. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come to open up your eyes. Let's move on, Surya B. Inhale, bend knees, press palms. Utkatasana, chair pose, which is also power pose. Utkata is power. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, lower down, chaturanga, or skip the vinyasa, go right to downward facing dog. It's all good. It's all yoga. So many yogas, and we can go on forever. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, ground the back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two, good. Inhale, reverse the warrior, dance it back. Exhale, let's come into Utthita Parshva Konasana, your version. I like to bring my forearm to my top thigh, and then extend that left arm overhead. And your only challenge here, well, one of them, is to try not to put so much weight. To see if you can lift your arm off of your thigh. It's like, yeah, I know, it's super tricky. Good, feel that opening. One more inhale. Exhale, and then inhale. We're gonna windmill our arms back up, coming to warrior two. I know that right leg is burning now. Inhale, exhale, straighten the front knee, walk the back foot in a little bit, setting up for Utthita Trikonasana. Inhale here, and then exhale, extend the right arm over the right leg and down. Your right hand will land somewhere on your leg, or maybe you'll wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Your left arm's up in space. Your left hip is moving back. Your right hip is moving forward. Wherever you are, get back in touch with your breath. Yeah. It's like the breath is the engine, not only of these bodies, also of the practice. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring your left hand to your waist. Gently bend that front knee. And let's pop up right into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, that ecstatic expression. Your legs are straight and strong. Your hand is on the floor or it's up. The way doesn't matter, the how matters more. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand down, square the hips. Bring your right arm up in space, Parvata Ardha Chandrasana. Just rotated, half moon with the hips square. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground and then lift them up, coming into warrior three, using everything you've got here in your legs, your core. Inhale, exhale, one more inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, standing split, 2 breaths. Lift your leg, left leg high behind you. One more breath, inhale, and then exhale, start to bend your right knee. Bring your left knee behind. We're gonna come down into seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Yeah, see, there's always some relief. Bring your right arm behind you. You can use it as like a pillar to lean against. Inhale, lift your left arm up in space, and then exhale, cross your left elbow over your right thigh, and start twisting to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. All of these like detoxing kind of twists, or feel like we're getting rid of all the Halloween candy from last week. All of the media we've been taking in. One more inhale. Exhale, de-twist to the left. And then let's come to double pigeon. So let's stack the legs, bringing the right leg on top of the left. So your knees and your ankles are aligned. I know I find this pose so difficult, but also like so necessary. If you're here, that's fine. If you're something like this, it's fine. If you're like this, it's fine. If you have a little blanket you can put under here, that might alleviate and help some pain and help it open a little bit. When you're ready, you can walk it out just a bit. Yeah. Go where you feel your body opening, right? But now if there's pain, stop. We're always riding that line in the asana, the physical part of the practice. This practice is so deep. It has 8 different sections. This is just one of them. But when we are in it, we have to be so careful with our bodies. And then walk your hands back up to center. Take your right leg and spin it around to the back of the mat. We're gonna come into pigeon. I know it's like a bit unorthodox, but it's such a long sequence. So set up your left shin so that it's parallel with the top of the mat. Right leg is long behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, start to walk it out. Maybe you're on your elbows. Maybe you don't want to walk it out at all today. Maybe you're like, you know what, forget it, I'm done walking. Just stay. When you get to that point, just re-engage with the breath. Good. Start to walk the hands back toward the body. Tuck the back toes under. Lift that leg, left leg up to the sky. Shake it out. Yeah, bring it back down to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left foot forward, rising up, warrior one on the left side. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, come forward and back, reversing the warrior. Exhale, come forward into Utthita Parshvakonasana. Going for the same version of the pose on this side as you did on the other side. Finding your asana here, opening up the body. Right arm comes overhead like an arrow. Check in with your left forearm. See if you can lift it off of your thigh. See what that feels like. I know it's a little tricky. One more inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, windmill back up to warrior two. I know that leg is burning. And then straighten your front leg. Walk your back foot in, setting up for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, extend that left arm down to your left leg. Allow your hand to land where it lands. Lift your chest up toward your right hand. Your right hip comes back, your left hip comes forward. Your breath is steady, your practice is steady. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring your right hand to your hip. Take a bend into your left knee and then slowly come forward into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Opening up the hips here. Finding strength in the legs, opening up your right arm to the sky. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring your right hand down, square your hips, lift your left arm up to the sky. Parivrtta, right revolved. Ardha Chandrasana, good. One more inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to the ground and then start to lift up. Just play with this move, coming into warrior three. Bringing your hands to prayer in your chest, your heart center. Legs are strong and steady. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the ground, standing split. Lift that right leg behind you, super high to the sky. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale. Start to bend your left knee, bringing your right knee behind, coming all the way to sit. Setting up for a seated spinal twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. You're all doing amazing. Bring your left hand behind you. You can use that arm as like a pillar, right? Inhale, lift the right arm up in space. Exhale, cross the right elbow over the left thigh and twist to the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist. Bring out our physical body, which also works on the mental body, the energetic body, all of these layers of self. One more inhale. And then exhale. D-twist to the other side. And let's go for double pigeon on this side. So let's align. Yeah. Knees and ankles. Left leg is on top of right. Shins are as parallel as they can be with each other. If there's a gap, that's fine. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, you can start to walk it forward just a bit. Just feeling that opening. If you're up, that's great too. Send the breath into the hips. Allow them to let go of whatever they, whatever they don't need. Unpacking the hips, it's like that hoarder show. I know, like my hips, they're full of things that I don't need anymore. Old ideas, right? Old belief systems. And then rise up all the way. Take your left leg, move it to the back of the mat. We're going to come into pigeon. I'm just checking the time. Okay, we're okay. Let's come into pigeon on the right side. Take that right shin, get it as parallel as you'd like with the top of the mat. Sometimes you can tuck your back toes under and just kind of rotate that hip back to make that right shin a little bit more parallel. And then when you're ready, go ahead and fold forward, surrender forward in strength, stability, in full awareness. Take a few breaths here. And start to walk the hands back toward your body. Tuck your back toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, we're gonna jump through to Navasana, boat pose. I know, it's like yogi vitamins. I almost did a gratuitous one yesterday in Rachel's class. So raise the legs or keep them bent. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 3 rounds, then come low. Ardha Navasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down low. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lower down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale one more time and lift up, and then bring everything in. Give yourself a hug. You're doing great. Let's move right from here into Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. I'm aware of the time. It's almost time to shut it down. It's never long enough. Bring your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold forward. As if you're like, you want your head to go beyond your toes. So bring your gaze there. And then when you can't go any further down, then round the spine and bring it in. So I know the yogis will say, yes, of course, this body is temporary, this like Atman, this soul is eternal. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't take care of our bodies. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't engage in the world. In yoga, there's so many different paths to take. The one that we follow is like considered the royal path, the classical path, this Raga Yoga, which is breath work, asana, meditation is part of it too. Inhale, start to lift all the way up and extend the legs out, coming into our signature pose for this class. Yeah. Inhale, lift the spine, and then exhale, just walk it out. Our jazzercise aerobics. It's actually an ancient pose. So anyway, so there's so many different paths in this like yoga practice. One is a path called karma yoga, which is when you are doing this like selfless service in the world. So bring your hands back to center. Let's bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg. And then swoop your left arm up overhead, opening up that side body, look up toward the sky. And then we're gonna close the stretch. So twist your chest so it's facing your right leg. And then it's fold forward. Yeah, so we're opening and then we close it. Our karma yoga, this path of selfless service, we recognize it in some of the greatest yogis who ever lived. You know, Mahatma Gandhi, like people who really worked and agitated for change. So they're not talking about disengagement. One more inhale. Exhale, inhale, come all the way back up to center and let's switch sides. Bring your left hand down to the inside of your left leg. Swoop your right arm overhead. Feeling that deep stretch. That beautiful opening, good. And then close the stretch. Come to face your extended leg. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, fold. What it is the method of engagement. It's the attaching to the effects of your engagement. The karma yogis, they act without attaching themselves to the outcome, to what happens. They spark the movement. Of course, they want it to thrive, but their ego isn't identified with its success or its failure. It's such a hard practice, no matter how you go about it. Inhale, rise all the way up to center. And let's bend the knees. Let's take the fun pose, and then we'll close it. The fun pose. It's like very technical Sanskrit. Bring your peace fingers out, curl them around your big toes, and then we're going to open. This is Urdhva Upavishta Konasana. Lifted. Yes, yes, yes. Come to your sit bones. Lift your toes a little bit more. Try to point your toes a little bit here for stability. Good. Inhale. And then exhale. You can bring the legs down, however it's good for you to bring them down. Let's do one last vinyasa. Cross the ankles, step back, lower down chaturanga, or just come right to downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Lift your chest. Let's do one Ushtrasana, camel pose. You can leave your toes flat, or you can tuck your toes under here. And then bring your hands to the base of your spine. Lift the chest. Start to arch backward, opening up. Yeah, opening up that space in the chest. If it feels good, you can start reaching back for your heels. Just a little back bending here. One more inhale. And then exhale, come forward and take child's pose. You can come with knees together or knees apart. For my lower back, it feels good for me to keep them together. But listen to the ruminations of your body. It'll tell you what it needs. So the yogis believe that we're here to do something. We each have like this dharma, this path that we are to follow. And how will we know what our path is? So it's, you know, it comes from like that soul source, like that voice that says, whatever, write the poems, bake the cookies. That still small voice that teaches us, that speaks to us. And if we're, you know, connected to ourselves, we can listen to that. Come back up. Let's find downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bend knees, look forward, jump through to lie down. Let's come right into shoulder stand. So come to lie down on your backs. If you're on your moon cycle, go ahead and take waterfall. It's my preferred pose for that time of the month. Otherwise, make your way into shoulder stand. Otherwise, put your legs up the wall. Otherwise, do whatever you like. It's your practice, right? It's your dance. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly allow your legs to come overhead for halasana. If your legs are up the wall, keep them up the wall. Good. Then bend your knees by the sides of your ears if you're in halasana. Coming into Karnapidasana, withdrawing the senses. Another aspect of this many limbs practice. And then bring your hands down to the mat and slowly start to roll all the way out. Coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. Yeah, bring your hands underneath. Press your forearms into the ground. And inhale, lift all the way up into the crown of your head. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Deep cleansing breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale. With the lion's breath, let it all go. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your chin into your chest. And come all the way down onto your mats. Setting up for Shavasana. Final resting pose. Allow your breath to grow soft. Allow your thoughts to go in. Allow your body to take breaths. I want to sing you a little lullaby. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare 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 Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms long overhead. Stretch your legs long. Or stay where you are. Stay in Shavasana for as long as your day will allow. If you're waking up, tend to lie onto one side. Tuck in your knees to your chest to rest in the fetal position. And then slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. We'll close singing our mantras for peace and well-being. I mean, we say this every week. Now more than ever, now more than ever, we need it. If you sing this song with your whole heart, says my teacher's guru, it'll bring such peace to your life and such, like, so many blessings, she says. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti for peace. Shanti. Shanti. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center, gently bowing your head to your hands, knowing that the true teacher, the source of all love, all truth, lives deep inside of you. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for your patience today. Thank you for your practice. I'm going to unmute you. No matter what happens in this world, we have our practice.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Good luck in the next few days. We'll be here. We'll be here every day. Rain or shine, president, no, whatever happens. Wins, no wins.
I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, see you soon. I'll
Thank
see
you.
you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.